Hello, so today we're going to speak about subliminal racism. What? Subliminal racism? Yes, an element of subliminal racism. There is the way we communicate can impact in the way we think, and the way we think can impact the way we communicate. It goes back and forth. We can use those words as subliminal brainwashings in order to inspire people to look down on people or to look up to people. How the Russians are under attack. How are the Russians under attack? Well, most recently, there was an email scandal where people said that there was an email DNC release scandal. Emails from the DNC were released, and the United States government, I believe, or the rumor out there, it was that it was the Russians. The Russians are out there. They're trying to get us. I am not a crook. It's the Russians. But when we say things like, now what if we were to take them, it's the Mexicans. The Mexicans are the ones who are sending their rapists, and you know, how does that come off? Now, so when we look at certain situations and when we look at certain races and certain people and certain cultures, I think that we should really be mindful of the way we speak. Now, one of the most powerful things that I've learned from Kabbalah, even though I talk a lot, is one word is worth more than two. And you've often found people that are very quiet and very reserved to have a great deal of wisdom. You know who you are. So the people with a great deal of wisdom can often impart that wisdom to the rest of the world. But it's up to them to make that choice. That's a whole different subject altogether. But in regards to one word being more worth than two, then it allows us to basically see what it is that we're saying. So when we're using terms like the Russians, we are denigrating, we are belittling individuals. When we're the Russians, the Mexicans, the Italians. Now, if you're going to address Russian hackers, you can say something like that. Or since we're becoming a one world society, you can say just hackers. Yeah, since we're becoming a one world, what is the importance of having it say Russians or Mexicans or this or that or this or this? Is it division? Well, it clearly is division. And if we're becoming a one world society, then we need to start reforming our communication and how we communicate with one another. So thank you. What do you think about that? And I thought about this because of the View, and I'm going to send this to a specific person who I love. She's amazing. She's my favorite View hostess. But I forget her name off the top of my head. If she was my favorite, then I would. Sunny Hostin. Sunny Hostin. I'm going to send it out to Sunny Hostin because I caught it on the View. I caught them saying the Russians, the Russians, the Russians, the Russians are coming, the Russians are coming. And how does it shape our frame of thought? Thank you, and I wish you a wonderful year. Take care.